What's up, everyone? Jim here again. Trying a different camera position as to try to maybe cut down on some of the bumping on the road. Hopefully it works. Hope everyone's doing good. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I'm officially off work until post WrestleMania. Getting ready for the big week of podcasts and social media content and everything we're going to be doing to get ready for NXT TakeOver, G1 Supercard, and of course the WWE Hall of Fame, and then WrestleMania on Sunday. As always, we'll be live tomorrow night, depending when you're watching this, Thursday, the Thursday before WrestleMania, on our Facebook page, 9:30 Eastern time. We're going to be doing a WrestleMania prediction show Sunday afternoon at some point. Stay tuned to our social media for exactly when we'll be doing that. Not sure exactly 100% when we'll be going live for that. Just wrapping up some thoughts from SmackDown Live last night. If I was rating the two go-home shows, Raw would absolutely be better than SmackDown Live. I didn't think overall SmackDown was that great. You had, an 18-person mixed tag match. That was Teddy Long's wet dream. I thought that the closing segment, the opening and closing of the show is what really made the show, and is what was at least on par with Raw this week, if not maybe a little bit better. The open of the show, the Kevin Owens show with Randy Orton and AJ Styles, sorry for putting my hand in your face, was spectacular. I think the build for that match has been one of the best builds of this WrestleMania season. I loved when when Randy Orton called AJ like a corporate bitch, and Kevin Owens just stood up, put his mic down, stood up and walked away. The only thing that would have made that better is if Kevin would have grabbed the two Kevin Owens show logo like signs off the easels before he left. And then the go home segment, the last segment, the closing moments of WWE TV before WrestleMania was, of course, the contract signing, which I jokingly put out on Twitter that it was a contract signing that was going to go smoothly, but it actually did. It was just basically a promo segment between Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston, and it was as perfectly executed as I've seen kind of one of those back and forth segments in recent memory. So kudos to them for not doing the typical contract signing gimmick and actually having a contract signing that went clean. So I liked it. It was a change of pace. Jokingly, I accurately predicted it, but well done. And I think that match is going to absolutely impress this Sunday at WrestleMania. I think that match could and maybe should open the show. But no, I think that this build and we discussed it last week on Thursday's show, last week's show, is I think this build has been sneaky good. And has told a lot of good stories, even though people are going to think that it hasn't. I think it really has, and I think that WWE's done a really good job at putting together a match card that both gets a lot of people, if not everybody, on the card, but has told good stories and will have really good matches. Yes, I know it's a very long card when you're talking about the number of matches, but even just a few years ago, because I've been going back and watching a lot of WrestleManias, even a few years ago, you know, you had a 3 or 4 hour show that was maybe 9 matches, 8 matches, and there was a lot of long matches that went unnecessarily long that got really boring and drawn out. So, you know, yes, it's going to be a long show. The pre-show starts at 5. There's 3 pre-show matches, the 2 battle royals, and the cruiserweight title match. So that leaves, what, 11 or 12 matches, maybe 13, on the main card. So it's going to be a long show. It is going to be a long night. If you're not at MetLife Stadium, then you need to, you know, you got to be prepared. You know, watch it with your friends, keep each other awake, what have you. Have alcohol, food, caffeine, coffee, energy drinks, whatever you need to do to stay awake, keep the party going, because it's going to be a long night. It absolutely is. I'm not going to pretend that this is going to be some sort of quick show that ends early, because it isn't. But I think this WrestleMania is going to be very good. I'm going to be very disappointed if it's not a really, really good show. So again, great job by the WWE putting what is a stacked card together, a really strong card together. We are now just days away from the big event, and I can't wait. It's the best time of year, man. Like, even if you're not a WWE fan, even if you know, are more into indie wrestling or Ring of Honor or New Japan and all of that, you know, you got the G1 Supercard coming up on Saturday night. You got NXT TakeOver on Friday. You got countless independent shows. So many of them are on streaming services, the High Spots Network, Fight TV, and many more. So this is our Super Bowl weekend, and I think that kind of gets lost, obviously, in the hoopla and all of that does surround the WWE and WrestleMania, because, you know, this weekend obviously is capped off by the show of shows, you know, sports entertainment's greatest event. However, whatever, the showcase of the Immortals, there's been countless names that WrestleMania has been given, but the bottom line is, it is the reason all of this is happening. The reason all of this hoopla is going on is because of WrestleMania. So it will always be WrestleMania, regardless of, I think it was Jay Lethal wants that to change. Sorry, bro. It's WrestleMania weekend. That's the reason for the, you know, like Christmas, obviously we know, you know, the birth of Christ is the reason for the season. WrestleMania is the reason for the season in pro wrestling, and for what this weekend is. So let's not kid ourselves. It's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania weekend. That's what the majority of people are here for. But strap in, because I think it's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Is when everything kicks off. That's when it starts with Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. That's when everything kicks off. So, you know, from then till WrestleMania ends, I mean, you're talking, what, over 50 or 60 shows between now and then. Sorry, I had to look over. There's a country club to the side. And as a golfer, I'm super thrilled that it's finally spring. The grass is green, starting to green up. Leaves and things are starting to bud and bloom, so I'm pretty thrilled about that as well. 66 degrees right now where we are. in Pennsylvania. But bottom line is, folks, like, these next few days, this is what we build the entire year for. This is what we love. This is our lifeblood as wrestling fans. So just get ready for it, man. And I'm psyched for WrestleMania. Stay tuned. 3CountThursday.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are at 3CountThursday. Follow us, support indie wrestling, support whatever wrestling be, and just enjoy the weekend.